Why Buddhism is True by Robert Wright. Buddhism has three main ideas. First, life is suffering. It's easy to fall into the state of unsatisfied. It's hard to be satisfied all the time. There's always something that we don't have, and there's always something that we want to avoid. The second idea is that there is no self. Illusion that I exist causes suffering. Obsession, hatred, conceit, selfish minds, which means that it's root of all bad things. Buddhism suggests that by training and meditating, you can see the world clearly and reduce the suffering and become more altruistic person. More and more evidences from evolutionary psychology supports Buddhism's ideas. Evolutionary psychology suggests that natural selection formed our minds. Traits that are useful in surviving are passed on to the next generation. Natural selection only cares about passing genes. Natural selection doesn't care if one is happy or one has accurate point of view about the world. By natural selection, feeling is invented. We are designed to feel good when it's beneficial to surviving. For example, eating some calories, warm temperatures, etc. In order to feel good, a person will strive to earn these survivor-friendly things. We are designed to feel bad when it's not beneficial to surviving. For example, when we are starving, when the temperature is too hot. In order to avoid bad feelings, a person will strive to avoid these non-survival friendly things. Somebody that feels good when it's not beneficial to surviving or feels bad when it's beneficial to surviving. It's easy to die, and these traits will not be passed on to the next generation. Good feelings have two traits. First, it acts for a short period of time, so that one will pursue it again and again, which is more beneficial for surviving than just pursuing once. It causes us to be in long period of unsatisfaction and only short period of feeling good. Second, good feeling or the amount of pleasure is often overestimated. When we imagine the things that triggers good feelings are often exaggerated than it really is. These overestimated good feelings drives us to crave for these feelings more and take action to earn it. This concept supports the first idea of Buddhism that life is suffering. We crave for things that makes good feel and try so hard to avoid things that make bad feelings. The idea that one lacks things that make feel good and has abundant things to avoid causes on to be in constant unsatisfaction. Natural selection doesn't care about one's happiness. It wants you to be in constant unsatisfaction so that you take action to increase your possibility to survive and pass gene to the next generation. By natural selection, every single one of people is fooled to believe that there's something as self or I. Illusion of self makes one to take action that is beneficial for surviving for him or herself, not others, which increases one's possibility of survival. Illusion of self is triggered by feelings. It's easy to perceive feeling as possession of oneself, so the owner of the feeling is me and it causes to think that I exist. So natural selection invented feeling, and as we've been seen before, it causes suffering, and it also created illusion of self by tricking us to believe I am owner of feeling. So sensory stimuli provoke certain feelings, and feelings determine which model to be dominant. It's easy to think that we make choices based on rational thinking, but it's feelings that determine models, and dominant model make choices. Let's look at the example. This guy is on a diet. When feeling or wanting to be slimmer is stronger than feeling of wanting to eat cookies, he doesn't eat cookies. He has desire to eat those cookies, but he could bear it just because the feeling of wanting to be slimmer was stronger. When the feeling of wanting cookies win, he eats cookies and rationalize it by saying, "Oh, it's too tough. I will starve for the rest of the day then." Rational can never beat feelings. It seems like a rational one and bears not to eat cookies, but it was those feelings of desire for a slimmer body which made him from having those cookies. Evolutionary psychology supports second idea of Buddhism that there is no self. Feelings fools us to think that I exist. There's no single I who governs. Feelings determine which model to be dominant. There's no I but bunch of different models dominating for a period of time. One can be empathetic for a period of time, and in different circumstances one can be cruel as hell. Circumstances and stimuli provokes feelings, and feelings determine models, and dominant models determine action and rationalize it. The medication is mindfulness meditation by watching one's feeling. By watching feeling, the feelings are weakened. The feelings are main cause of unsatisfaction and suffering. The feelings make illusion of I. So by watching feeling, there's less suffering and less illusion of I. When the sense of I declines, selfishness declines, and one has possibility to become altruistic. Also, misleading feelings are weakened, and misleading models are weakened accordingly, which define others and justify cruel actions. By watching one's feeling, we can reduce suffering, see the world more clearly, which means not ruled by our feelings, and become more altruistic.